Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to be using the Porsche 911 GT3 at Tokyo Expressway 600 with its new engine swap. So if you want to go ahead and fast forward to the episode, you're more welcome to do so to check on the parts that you'll need or to swap. But I would recommend just staying back here just to know for sure what you need for this car. Hopefully this car will help you a lot in Tokyo or at Le Mans. I went ahead and tested it out, and this car is very quick, very smooth, and should be an easy pick to use for Tokyo Expressway 600 for the win, and of course, Le Mans as well. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode. So, of course, the very first stage is going to be on how to get the car, and luckily for this car is in fact within the brand central age region, so let's go ahead now and check it out. There it is right there. It's going to cost you about 160,000 credits just for the car itself. There's the PP points as well. As you may know, the base PP points has been updated, so that's the new points for this particular car. And if you're looking for a recommendation of how many credits you'll need for this particular build, I'll say probably at least 4,000 to 5,000 credits, just for a recommendation is what you'll need for this car. But very easy to get this car. You can get brand central or you can win it randomly in one of the mini games with the tickets, if possible. And that's going to be literally it for the car. So after you grab the car, the next stage is going to be the engine swap. Now we are going to skip the wide body modification. We're going to go straight into this particular engine swap option, which is going to be the 2020 Turbo S engine swap. So you can see this particular engine swap does bring out a lot of buffs to this engine for this car. And if you're wondering on how to buy an engine swap like I'm about to do right here, all you have to simply be is collector level 70, which is where that arrow's indication is where it's at. Once you actually do reach level 50 in the game, it gives you the special perks of buying swaps and ultimate parts for certain cars. Or you can actually do a alternative route, which is what I'm about to show you very soon, which is going to be going to your own garage. And after you go to your garage, we're going to go to check out our own tuning parts that we have stored and collected throughout the game. It depends on how long you have played the game if you have particular parts. So here we are back at home. Just go to the box icon, click on it. And luckily for us, we actually do have 3 of these engines. Make sure you look out for this. You're looking for a lit up task bar with the work compatible on the top right screen. That's what you're going to look out for if you're doing an engine swap, especially if you have not yet reached level 50. Now, this is actually going to be pretty helpful because this is also going to save you some credits as well, depending on the value of that engine swap. So after that, you're going to click on it. You're going to check this big old paragraph. You're going to ignore that for the time being. You're going to select the white button, install, say yes. After that, you should see a little motor icon beside the engine that's sitting on the pallet. And once we back out, you can see our PP points has been updated because we successfully did the swap. Now for our parts for the car from the tuning shop, here they are right here. So sport hard tires with power restrictor as your next part, with fully customized LSD for your next part. And after that, the fully customized manual transmission. And I'm pretty sure it might, and fully customized or increased by rigidity. That should be all the parts you'll need from the tuning shop. Now, I've actually made a livery for this car. If you want to call it a livery, it's actually more of a body kit type of car. So there it is right there. You can just search Tokyo 600 and you should be able to see it quickly and easily. Or you can just simply follow me in the game and I'll actually will have it new and first in my newsfeed. So whichever way you want to do it. Now, if you do not want the particular body kit, or if you do want the body kit, but let's say if you want to add your livery to this particular body kit, I'll be able to share what parts you'll need from this car. So after that, here are the rims that you'll need for this particular car. Just make sure you just copy the size, the width, and the offset, and the brand as well. After you do that, the only parts we begin here is going to be the front bumper, which is type A. After you get that installed, we're going to go ahead and install the type A for the side part of the car. After that, you're going to put the rear type A, which is a little bit of the rear diffuser. And then for your last part, it's going to be wing B. And that's going to be it for the parts from car customization and heading over to our setup. As you can see, it's pretty easy. Sport hard tires with fully customized differential. Went ahead and did some changes on the downforce. Went ahead and nerfed the power restrictor as well. Fully customized manual transmission set at around 400 kilometers straight. I once again, and I do apologize for this, but I did forget to actually make a screenshot on what each number it is for the gears. But trust me, once you have 400 kilometers, it should do that. If you do need to do a little bit of tweaking, you can, just in case you want to change your gears. After that, the last part you can see here is increased by rigidity on the very, very bottom right of the corner. And that is literally going to be it for this car. I mean, there was not really a whole lot needed for this car since we had that particular engine swap installed to the car. So after you have all your parts together and make your adjustments on the downforce and for your power restrictor, you should be good to go for this particular race. So let's go ahead now and head over to that particular race. So as we start off in this particular run, first lap, the car is going to have a really, really good start. We do know that Porsches have a really good history of having great cars that has really impressive acceleration. Even with this particular engine swap, you can see we're breaking off the spots pretty quickly in this race. Now, once we actually get to the end of the straight, we're going to find ourselves right behind the GTR until we get through the first two right-hand turns. We're thinking about making a move here, but I thought better of it once we saw the number 2 flashing. We actually were able to slow down the car just enough, just to make it barely through there. So we actually did get ourselves to the top 5. But one thing that caught my eye right off the bat was that Gallo actually lost the lead. This is the first time I ever seen this happen for this particular AI driver to lose the lead. So that's a first. And for our first lap, our chances of getting the lead right off the bat have really increased since Gallo is struggling with his car. As we make it through this first underpass, we're going to make an easy move on the Elgin Impreza, and the race leader is right there. It's the Elgin Supra. I mean, once again, this update with how they done Tokyo just keeps on, surprising me each time I come here. So as we make the move on the inside, we're going to pretty much force the Toyota wide a little bit there, and we're going to grab the lead right there. So this has been a very good first lap for us. I mean, coming from last place to first. Now the question is going to be, if we do make it to the line, is that going to be still a good time overall, or are we actually slower compared to the previous updates, like an update 1.70, 1.69, 1.68? Because usually if you have a good first lap, you're going to be right around like 218, 219. In my opinion, that's considered to be a very good first lap in this particular race because you're not too far back from Gallo in the race itself. So here we are, coming back to the ending the very first lap, and the car, the way it handled, the way it drove, very smooth. I don't think you really have any issues on that hairpin, to be honest. As we cross the stripe, it's going to surprise me. It's going to be actually a 221. Now, this was back in the old update. We will probably be around 5th or 6th place. So that really and its stuff has changed. And you can look at the times. Once we began lap 3, we have actually been going back to 207s and 208s back and forth with this particular run. But for this hot lap right here, I would recommend you guys can see what this car is doing in this hot lap, and I'll be right back to finish up the rest of this race. Alright, so as we finish up the race, as you guys may also know, the fuel has been added a good bit. They changed the multiplier down to 1, so you can actually don't have to worry about making a pit stop. Even though our hard tires were wearing off, the car itself did a very great job. As you cross the line, it's going to be yet again another car below the 26-minute cut line, which I don't think we had to worry about with that time anymore. So there it is right there, 25:52 for our total time. A bit slower compared to our Audi R8 build we did in the previous episode, but for it to be a new build, I think it overall did generally a decently good job. For my next episode, this is going to be a request build. It's going to be using the RX-7 Riamiya. Now, this is going to be one car that I'm going to be very focused on for this next episode, to see what this car can now do since the PP has been reset. I'm looking for the Riamiya to actually be hopefully a bit more competitive compared to the last previous updates. It's been, a car that actually has a lot of questions if it actually is good or not. So that's going to be the main car for the next episode. Of course, if you have any other suggestions you want me to try out, you're more welcome to do so. I already know there's one other suggestion I'm going to do, so that one other suggestion will be added after this particular episode. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, why not go ahead and leave a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can as well. And until then, I'll see you guys later, and take care.